Alright, Shalom. I'm a Hebrew Israelite here to prophesy the downfall of this wicked kingdom, to speak about the upliftment of the 12 tribes of Israel, okay, which are the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, who are the true biblical Israelites according to the Bible. Alright? We know this through prophecy, alright, and through some studying. Okay, we understand that you are the Israelites, man, and that your enemies are about to be put in slavery under your feet, man. Thus saith the scriptures, man. Okay, and that's what's going to happen in the kingdom of heaven. Okay, but first and foremost, there's been some good news this week, right? These Amalekites, these so-called Jews in the land of Israel, they've began to push forward with the World War III, man. All right. They did that by trying to invade Lebanon, which will then aggravate Iran. All right? This is prophesied in the scriptures in Jeremiah the 49th chapter, talking about how the least of the flock will draw them out, talking about the Amalekites, man. All right? Let me get into that. This is Jeremiah 49, verse 20. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman, man. Alright, that's talking about you Edomites, man. You Edomites are you so-called white people according to the Bible. You would be descendants of Esau, man. The Edomites, the biblical Edomites. Alright? So I'll read that again. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, man. Who's the least of the flock, man? The least of the flock is these Amalekites, man. These so-called Jews, man. Alright? They would be considered the least of the flock. Alright? And clearly it says Edom. So we know that it's the least of the flock within the nation of Edom. Alright? And I also want to get Jeremiah the 50th chapter, because it goes into Babylon and it says the same thing, which proves that Edom is synonymous with Babylon. Alright? So I don't know what you guys are talking about Esau has done away with. You don't want to deal with Esau, but Esau is a very important part of the scriptures, man. Esau and Babylon the Great are synonymous, man. Alright? They coincide. Why? Because Esau, the Edomites, the so-called white people are the Edomites today. They run this Babylon, this current Babylon system. Alright? That's why it says Babylon, and then in the next verse it says Edom, with the same wording. I'm going to read that right now in Jeremiah the 50th chapter. Alright? This is Jeremiah 50 verse 45. Therefore hear ye the counsel of the Lord, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Alright, so you know that's how you prove Babylon is also synonymous with Edom. Alright, because this verse says the same thing as Jeremiah the 49th chapter, man. Alright? Which shows you that Edom will be ruling Babylon, man. Babylon the Great. Alright? Which is known as the harlot. Alright? So I'm gonna read verse 49, and then I'm gonna jump to verse 50 just to show you, man. Alright? Real quick, I'm gonna do that real quick. This is Jeremiah 49 verse 20 again. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Edom, and his purposes that he hath purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Right? Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out, talking about the Amalekites, right? The so-called Jews. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. Alright? So that was the 49th chapter and the 20th verse. Let's go to the 50th verse and the 45th chapter. Therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he hath taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them, man. All right, so that's talking about the same people, man. All right, when it says Babylon and it says Edom, it's synonymous. Okay, and that's why these people can't get this book, man. They don't know how to put the pieces together, man. As a matter of fact, most of these Christians, they don't want to deal with truth, man. The only ones who want to deal with truth are the ones who are sincere, man. All right, who are sincerely lost, man. The other ones, they don't want to deal with truth at all, man. They want to think, they want to put their own interpretation on what the Most High is supposed to be, man. All right. But the reality of the matter is that Edom would be ruling in the last days, man. It even tells you that in 2nd Ezra, man. So we know that Edom is a very key point, man. And then when you do your extensive research, which you don't have to do that much extensive research, just look through the scriptures, link it up with secular history. You see that Haman, Haman, who was known as the Haman the Macedonian, right? He was actually the son of an Amalekite king, man. All right? So that shows you that Haman himself was an Edomite, man. All right? And Haman was known as what? The enemies of the Jews, man. The enemy of the Israelites, man. All right? So we know that Haman was an Edomite, and we know that Edom is ruling the world today, man. Because as it speaks about in 2nd Ezra, man, it says Edom is the end of the world, man. All right? So you have to be able to link that together, man. And that's why the 49th chapter in Jeremiah and the 50th chapter in Jeremiah are key points to show you that Edom is synonymous with Babylon. All right? Let me get Zephaniah, man. Okay, it says, this is Zephaniah, the 3rd chapter, the 1st verse. Woe to her that is filthy and polluted to the oppressing city, man. That oppressing city is talking about Edom, man. That's synonymous with Babylon, man. All right? It says, woe to her that filthy and polluted to this oppressing city, man. It's talking about Babylon. She obeyed not the voice, she received not correction, she trusted not in the Lord, she drew not near to the Most High. Her princes within her are roaring lions, her judges are evening wolves, they gnaw not the bones till the morrow. Looking for it here. Salakia Aki, I think it's looking for something else here. Trying to find that verse here. All right. It says the mystery of iniquity. Either Zephaniah or Zechariah. Statutes. Don't. Okay, this is Zechariah the 2nd chapter in the 6th and the 5th verse. For I say the Lord will be unto her a wall of fire round about, and will be the glory in the midst of her. Ho, ho, come forth and flee from the land of the north, man. That's talking about America, man. The land of the north is talking about America, all right? In the scriptures, when you hear it say the land of the north, all right? It's talking about America, man, all right? It says how they're going to be delivered out of the land of the north in the last days, man, all right? So we got to be able to link this together, man. And America is also synonymous with Babylon, man, all right? So we got to be able to link this book together, man, all right? And a lot of these people, they can't do that, man. So when they come up against prophets who are speaking the truth, right, they get confounded, man, because they don't understand how to break down this book, man. This is a puzzle book, man. This is not a book you read like a Harlequin novel, man. You have to jump from precept to precept, man. All right? To be able to break this book down, man. All right? Continue with that. This is Zechariah, the 2nd chapter, in 7th verse. Deliver thyself, O Zion, that dwellest with the daughter of Babylon, man. And who's the daughter of Babylon, man? The daughter of Babylon is talking about you Edomites, man. All right? It's talking about you Edomites, but Babylon itself is talking about America, man. All right? Because there's another verse where it says the daughter of Edom, man. All right? Which is synonymous. It shows you that Edom is synonymous with Babylon, man. All right? So we have to find out who these Edomites are, even though we know who the Edomites are. All right? The Edomites are the so-called white people today, man. They are Edomites, man, according to the Bible. All right? So we know that they're ruling this present system in wickedness, man. All right? So we identify the problem, and now we have to find